Hi guys. I am like so freaking pumped and I am like a ball of nerves, so excuse me. I'm just trying to figure this lighting out, y'all. The bathroom is like where my gym is. It's just like where I do my lives. It's where I do everything. So, but the lighting is like awful. So I'm just trying to figure that out. So, okay. So I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. I chose the middle of the month just because, hello, it's the middle of the month, right? I've been in this 18 months, so I know pretty much how months play out. It's like the beginning of the month is like, new goals, we got this, going 4K, going 12K, I'm gonna do this, all these things. And then you might enroll a few new customers, you're feeling that hype, you're feeling the excitement, and then it's quiet for a little bit, or you just enrolled someone but they're ghosting you now, or like there's just these things that are happening and it's starting to take you off course. There's these little things that are getting in the way, and then there's this script. And this is why I titled it Flip the Script. There was many things of what I was trying to like title this and what I was, and it was between either it's not about perfection or flip the script. Because I think when we start a month, we have this vision of how it's going to be and how our month is going to be and how it is going to be and how it's going to be getting to our goals and achieving that rank and all these things. And we don't realize, like, y'all, it's not about perfection, and we got to flip the script in our mind that there's going to be roadblocks, there's going to come things that come your way, there's going to come people that leave you, there's going to come all kinds of things that are going to hit you. So you are either one or the other right now. It is the middle of the month. It is what, the 18th. So you are either like, yes, I got this, like I'm right on track to my goal, like I am on fire, my team's killing it. Or you're on the other spectrum of like, what's the point? It's Christmas time. No one's going to buy from me. Everyone's too busy worrying about Christmas and they're doing all these things, right? You're playing that in your head right now that there's no way that you're going to be able to get to your goal this month because it's Christmas, because of this holiday season, because people just spent so much money on Black Friday. And like literally I have all these notes, guys, and like this is what happens. I just start going on a spiel. So I wanted to start with this. It was a Rachel Hollis, because if you guys don't have her book yet, Girl Stop Apologizing, it is literally my life right now, and I needed it because update, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Brielle, and I am a 12K leader. I earned 12K back in October, and my journey was kind of a very up and down journey. It was kind of a very just like slow and steady kind of journey. It was just very, a lot of roadblocks got hit in the way. But I'm telling you, it's because of the script I was playing in my mind. And I feel like, one, I'm extremely grateful for the journey that I had. I'm so grateful for having a slow journey. And I think we think fast is better, and that slow, no matter if it even took you a long time to get to your goal, that you aren't worthy or not deserving, because I'm telling you, that was honestly the script that I was playing in my head last month. So I earned 12K in October, and I want to be very vulnerable. I want to be very honest with you guys, because I want you to know that you're not above it. Once you attain whatever goal you want, once you attain 4K, once you attain 12K, once you attain 80, 40, you're not above getting a script in your head that will take you down, that will get in the way of your goals, that will take away from why you started this in the first place. And so sometimes we see the promotions and we see the bonuses, but I want to get really real with you guys, because that's just, it's like my therapy. it's how I operate now. And I used to not be very honestly with myself. I used to not, and I don't know if anyone can relate to this, where it's almost like you're not calling your own BS. You're just acting like everything's fine. You're just, I don't know. You're just not calling your own BS on stuff. And I think for me, I had to learn along this journey to call my own BS. And I had to flip the script in my mind. And so in October, I hit 12K. And if you haven't seen the training that I did in our team page about not, quitting and all these things, and that was right after achieving 12K, and you're on fire, right? You just hit this goal. And sorry guys if I'm like literally all over the place. I hope this is making sense. But November hit. First of all, everything went zero. So here's the panic. How am I going to do 12K again? And this was literally the script that kind of started to attack my mind. And I'm literally going to be so straight up with you guys with this. And let me know if you've felt this way at all, if you've ever felt this way. How am I going to do this again? How am I going to hit 12K again? What if it happens like it did with 4K with me, where I hit 4K and then I lost everything? What if I lose it all again? What if all these kind of things started to play in my mind? And also a big reason why that happened is I had 5 girls that had joined me in October leave. Like I started November with them being like, I can't do it. It's too hard. I have too much going on. I have all these things going on, and they left. So I'm like, and they, mind you, started maybe for a week, did it for like, signed up, got their promoter pack, then ghosted me for a week, and then said, I'm not getting any bites, nothing's really happening, don't think it's for me. And that really kind of got me defeated, even though I had just attained this thing that I had been going after for so long. I'd been in this 17 months when I hit 12K. And then when something like that happens, it can rock you. And then you start to doubt yourself, and you're like, did I even deserve that? How did these people just leave me? I thought you're on this high of you just achieved this goal and you've just grown this team and all these things have happened. And then everything starts to fall apart and you're like, I can't do this again. And I thought you're just a one-hit wonder, and it's only a matter of time before you mess up, because I'm someone that I'm a big people pleaser. And I've had a lot of things happen into my life, and let me know if you can relate to this or not, where you're good friends with someone, or you feel like you would trust each other and you guys are solid, or maybe it's a teammate, or maybe it's a side sister or whoever, and you feel like you guys are good. And then it's like out of nowhere, just something happens. Something happens with that person. They turn their back on you. They say you weren't there for them. They just totally take you left field, right? I've had that happen to me so many times in my life that I would start to doubt myself and say to myself, gosh, like, it's only a matter of time before my team realizes I'm not perfect. It's only a matter of time before I mess everything up. It's only a matter of time before this happens. This was scripts that were going in my head in the beginning of November when all of this happens and it combines. But here's the thing. I had to flip the script. All of that negativity that was going on in my head, all of the things that were happening in my head, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, there's no way you can do this, there's no way you can do it. I had to flip it because I can't waste time. It is November. I'm like, I have goals. I have a team. I have other girls on my team that I need to be there for. And I have to keep going, right? Because I started this for a reason. And you know what? If someone fell off, and someone doesn't see who you are, and you know your heart, and you know who you are, then you just got to trust that. And if someone leaves you, then take that as a redirection and not a rejection, because then you didn't need that person on your team, or you didn't need that person in your life. So I had to flip that script real quick. And guess what? November went through and re-ranked for 12K. Earned that bonus again, because guys, when you see that bonus in your bank account, you will run. That bonus has helped my family immensely, so much. And so my biggest thing that I wanted to tell you guys is I get it. No one is above it. We either start the month, we get in the middle of the month, or whatever part it is in the month where this script is going on in our head that we're not going to be able to do this again, or we're not going to be able to get to that next goal, right? Because right now my goal is 40K, and my goal is trying to get 12K on my husband's account. So your goals just get bigger, and they get really like a lot scarier and things like that. And so if you don't get a hold of being able to flip the script now, while you're just at that brand promoter, while you're just at that 4K, while you're just have that one person on your team, or you have your customer base, or you're just growing yourself, if you can't learn to flip the script, then how are you going to be able to handle when you wake up and first of all, your kids are screaming, so you're dealing with that, and then you get a text message from someone that says, I'm ready to quit, I can't do this anymore. And then right after you handle that text message, you get another call from someone that's saying, I'm so in my head, I can't do this. How, right? How can you, if you can't handle getting a hold of where your mind is now, how are you going to be able to handle it in the future? And so you have to get a hold of that now, because new levels bring new devils. It brings new different things, right? No one is above it. It's just like in life, right? So like, I was, I've brought these different analogies on, and I love analogies because I'm such a analogy person. And when you reach new levels, it's going to bring a new challenge. And I use the analogy about school, right? When you're in school and you think, well, once I attain this and once I attain that, then right, I'll be set once I get to this point in my life. Or with me, it was like, once I'm a stay-at-home mom, then I'll be good and everything will be great. We just think that there's going to be this point, there's going to be this end point of fulfillment where everything's fine and we're not stressed out anymore. And I finally hit 12K and I finally got this bonus and I finally got this, right? Or whatever it is in your life that you're thinking, once I achieve this, then I'll be happy, then I'll be fulfilled. And here's the thing, guys, is it's a continual process, and you have to learn to just love the process. You have to learn to just love the process of becoming who you are, to love the process of growing your team, to love the process of growing your network, to love the process of just developing, right? To do your own folds, or the process of just every single day improving yourself, improving your team. And gosh, I hope this is making sense, because I feel like I'm all over the place, but I can prepare stuff all day long. I'm telling you what, but ultimately at the end of the day, I have to just go from my heart and like just speak true to what's in me right now. And so I have to be so honest with you guys that just because you attain something does not mean that you will be perfectly happy always all the time. Because guess what? The only person that you're in control of is you. You're not in control of Susie over here who's not showing up. You're not in control of the customer who is like, I'm done, deuces with this, because I looked up that it's, the ingredients are going to cause this, or whatever it is, right? And so you have to flip the script, and you have to be confident in yourself enough and what you have your hands on to be able to flip that, because you will fall into that rabbit hole the minute that one person says this is a scam, what you're doing is a joke, or whatever it is. You will fall into that because you're not training yourself to be able to flip that, because it's those things are going to creep into your mind. So the minute that you realize, okay, girl, you're going to get attacked internally. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to, get insecure. You're going to be like, what the heck am I doing? You're going to feel those things. But the minute you recognize that and then hold on to, but why are you doing this? Why am I getting so caught up in this person that said this comment? Why am I getting so caught up that one of these girls on my team didn't hop on the Zoom that I took my time for? Why am I getting so caught up in all these other people? The only thing you're in control of is yourself. So I want to also talk to you guys about what is getting in the way of your breakthrough. So speaking of the only person you're in control of is yourself, you're the person in control of your breakthrough. So there's good news and bad news with that. The good news is you're in control of you. you're in control of your breakthrough, my friend. So you're in control of you. That's great. But the bad news is now you have no excuses because it's on you. It's not on your leader. It's not even on your team. It's like I said, I had 5 people leave starting November. It was up to me at that point to either keep going and be like, you know what? There's other people out there. I got to keep going. I still have girls that need me. I still have my girls that have their goals. There's still other people out there that need this. There's still other customers that need this, right? You have a choice when something is being dealt with you, whether someone leaves your team or your inbox has been quiet. You have a choice. Keep going and keep pushing, or I can't, sorry, the chat and like the group is distracting me. Sorry. You have a choice. You can either, guys, can you stop being in the chat? It's distracting me. Good gosh. I have like a squirrel brain. I can't. Really, guys? You have the choice of either keep going, right? Hold on to your why. Why am I doing this? You know, you didn't start this because you wanted some random Facebook friend to approve of what you're doing. You didn't start this for 12K. You probably didn't even know what 12K was, right? You didn't start this for that. You started this because you wanted to feel better. You wanted to have energy. You wanted to get off the couch. You wanted that mental clarity. You wanted an extra paycheck a week. You wanted those goals, right? But here's the thing. If I would have let those 5 people leaving me in November, I would have missed out on re-ranking 12K and getting another $1,500 bonus. Like, do you even know, like, seeing that come into your account, guys, like, it's crazy. It's literally nuts that that's even possible. It's literally nuts that that's even possible. And just hold on to that. Hold on to the fact that that's even a possibility. Okay. So this actually happened with my son today, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. So he wanted to watch a show, right? He wanted to watch a show on the TV, and so he's like, Mommy, where's the remote? You know? And I'm like, boy, you lost it. I gave it to you. You lost the remote. Like, let's find the remote. And he's just like, Mommy, I don't know where it is. And literally, this is him looking for the remote. I can't find it. And I'm just like, dude, like, you didn't even look. Like, you need to keep going. Like, let's try over here. Let's try over there. Where's the remote, right? And he's just like, I can't find it. He's just standing there like, I can't find it. I can't find the remote. You know, and I'm just like, dude, if you want to watch TV, then you need to find the remote. Let's keep looking. Let's keep going. And he's just like, I just can't find it. And I'm like, okay, Kate, come on. Let's look over here. Did you check over here? Did you check over here? Right. And it's like straight up, like on the kitchen island, like straight up, like right there in daylight. Like he's just not even looking. He's just not even trying. Right. And I'm just like, dude, hello. The remote is right here. And he's like, oh, Mommy, I found the remote. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I know. I told you it was over here in the kitchen, like I said, right? And so it like sparked this thing in me that this was a lot of the script that my son was telling himself. I can't find it. Mommy, I don't know where it is. And this is the effort he put in, was going like this. Maybe looked a little bit over here. Maybe looked a little bit over here. He didn't give himself enough time. He didn't look in enough places, right? He just kind of looked here and looked there. Are you giving yourselves enough time? Are you trying hard enough? Or are you just kind of throwing your hands up and staying there and saying, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to get to my goal. It's not going to happen. I can't see it. I don't know where it is. I don't know how it's going to happen. And you're just already throwing in the towel at the 18th of the month. Guys, we still have so much time left. You know what can happen? We have like 13 days left? 13 days. A lot can happen in 13 days. And you know what else is going to happen when people are coming off their whole holiday and Christmas high is they're going to need someone. They're going to need some energy. They're going to need some clarity. And if you've fallen off, they're not going to know where to go. They're not going to know where to find their remote, what they're looking for. But if you keep staying consistent, and when they have that spark in their head where they're like, okay, 2020, new goals, they're going to know who to go to. Because you've stayed consistent, because you've been excited for what you have your hands on, because you're showing up and you're saying, girl, I don't know what you're talking about with the holiday, whatever, bloat and weight gain and all that, because I'm over here living my best life with my 3 steps and my balance that's helping me, you know, with my flat tummy and helping me keep this weight and whatever it is, right? Like you just keep showing up excited for what you have your hands on, excited for these products, and excited for what it is that you're going after, right? And so and here's the thing too, with my son, he was like, with the whole remote, when he couldn't find the remote, he's just like, okay, well, I'll just watch the iPad. I know where the iPad is. I'll just go over here. And he just wanted to cut it off, because he's like, well, I'll just go over here where the iPad is. And I'm like, no, dude, you want to watch the TV, right? Like, it's the big screen TV. You're just going to go over here for the iPad? Like, for the small little iPad where you could be watching the big TV. And some of you guys are giving up on a bigger goal that you have, right? And you're just settling for, well, okay, I'll just stay here. I'll just stay here at kind of, you know, brand promoter. I'll just stay here at 4K. I'll just go where it's comfortable. I'll just have my little iPad. I'm not going to, you know, try to search for that remote. I hope this is making sense, because it is like totally making sense in my brain, but I'm sorry if it's not making sense in yours. But like, you know, you gotta give yourself that time, and you gotta give that effort. You cannot just stand there and look left and right and go, it's not happening, you know? So it's time that you flip the script. You need to start telling yourself, and you need to start getting in the habit of talking better to yourself. You just have to. You have to get in the habit of talking better to yourself, because how can you pour into other people when you're not even talking good to yourself, right? When you're not going to feel confident to post. You're not going to feel confident to go into conversations when you're talking so badly to yourself on the inside, like what I was doing in the beginning of last month. Like, girl, you're just going to be a one-hit wonder, like all these things like that. I get in my head, and I had to be like, girl, get your freaking crap together, because you have lives to change. You have a team that needs you, and you have other levels and other things that you want. And so you need to get a hold of yourself. Like, you got to do pep talks with yourself. You know what I mean? And so you just need to flip that. And so here's me with my visuals. So I'm going to show you guys something. This is me. This is the teacher in me. But just so you know, I used to be an elementary school teacher. So this is just me. So bear with me, guys. When you come into this business, this was me, and I'm going to probably get emotional, so sorry. This was me when I started this journey. I was just like a freaking broken cup. I needed something. I needed change. I needed to feel better. I needed to fill these holes. I needed to fill these gaps that had been in my life for a long time. That's why you started this, right? There's gaps in your finances. There's gaps in your mental health. There's gaps in your physical health. There's all these holes that have been pushed in you over time, right? And that's why you started this. You started this for this cup right here, because you were ready for more. You were ready to have a better cup, right? But here's the thing. You can't really fill from this. You got to repair those holes. You got to repair those holes. You got to repair that negative talk that you're telling yourself. So the more that you start repairing those holes, the more you start covering those holes, right? And you start holding on to yourself, right? And you start repairing them, and you start talking better, and you start doing self-development, and you start loving the process of doing this 3-step system, and you start doing that. All of a sudden you become this brand new cup that's just full. That is like that when something does try to attack it, you can repair it, right? And because I want you guys to see, if you are still so broken, how can you lead a team? How can you truly share with other people how excited you are when you're still broken? And that's why you need to flip that script in your mind, so that when you do start filling your cup and you start doing that self-development, that you have enough to pour into other people, and that it's not going to break apart. And it's going to take a lot to break you apart. It's going to take a lot to penetrate this cup, because you have built something so strong over time. And you guys don't realize, and I know it gets preached a lot about self-development, but I'm telling you right now that you have to get a hold of these holes when you started this. No one started this business completely full. I don't care how fast they ran. There was something in here. There was something, an insecurity, a hateful family member, a hateful team member, a hateful whatever that they had to deal with when they came into this, right? We all have our own different holes, some bigger than others, some more than others, whatever it is. But your job when you start this business and when you continue this business is to repair those holes so that you can fill your cup and so that you can pour into other people. Guys, you can't pour into other people when you have so many holes inside you. You can't. When all you do is have this hole of, I'm not enough. I'm never going to achieve this. Right? Another whole different thing. You can't do it. That's why self-development is so huge, guys. I'm telling you, before I was on this Zoom, I felt like my heart was going to explode. I literally thought my heart was going to explode because I'm like, literally sometimes these thoughts are going through my head. Like, who do I think I am coming on a Zoom and talking to people? Like, isn't that crazy when you speak things out? How crazy, like who am I? And then I had to tell myself, girl, you have something to share. You have something that is important to share. You have something that people need to hear. And so do you. You have something that people need to hear. You have a story that people need to hear. But you got to get that script out of your head that you can't do it, that you're not capable, that you're not enough, that I've been in this for X amount of months and nothing's still happening. You know what? In August, so I hit 12K in October. So in August, I actually shared this with my team, I think yesterday. I told them, I think it was mid-August and this is what I'm talking about. This is the script in your head. A lot of times it's not even reality. It's not even really what's happening. It's just what we're telling ourselves. It's our insecurities. It's our doubt. It's our fears. And I told him because I had re-ranked, I had lost 4K for 7 months. So I had started last year in June. I had lost 4K for 7 months. I wasn't able to re-rank. And honestly, I'm telling you, it's because of the script in my head. Every single month, I'm like, it's going to happen again. I'm not going to re-rank. It's going to, and when you're telling yourself, you're literally manifesting that out. Like, it's literally going to happen, right? Like, when my son's standing there and saying, I can't find it, well, he's not going to get any closer to finding the remote by just standing there and complaining that he can't find the remote. You're not going to get any closer to your goals by standing there and saying, I'm not going to be able to attain it. What is it going to hurt to just show up every single day and take it one day at a time and say, what can I do today to get closer to my goal? How can I push myself? What is it that I'm lacking in? What is it that I can do more in? Literally, what is it going to hurt to do that? You're not going to waste. We think so many times, I don't want to waste my time or whatever it is. You think you're going to waste your time trying to go after a $12,000 bonus? You think you're going to waste your time trying to build financial freedom for your family? You think that's a waste of time? You think it's a waste of time to take a three-step system that makes you feel good? Like, if you're taking these products and they make you feel good, hold on to that. That's what we're about, is selling. If you're not excited about this, then how are you going to talk to people about this system and get them enrolled if you're not excited about it too, right? So let me look at my notes because I want to make sure that I get, this was another thing. So we got to stop blaming everything and everyone for why we're not where we're at. And I want to touch base on this a little bit. We'll blame so many things on why we're not where we're at. I would blame it. I'm pregnant. So I had gotten pregnant last year. Oh my goodness, but I'm pregnant. Like, how can I do this? There's no way, right? I would tell myself all these things. How can I still do this? How can I talk about energy when I'm nauseous? How can I talk about mental clarity when I'm throwing up because I'm like, you know what I mean? I kept telling myself, how am I going to be able to do this because all this is happening? And instead, once I started to flip that script in my head of, how can I do this? How can I share with people even though I'm pregnant? How can I still share this, right? How can I still do this? You have to flip that in your mind. Instead of telling yourself why you can't, tell yourself how you can. I am seeing people on our tribe show up that are in hospitals with their kids, They are dealing with newborns and lack of sleep and new mommyhood. They are dealing with serious family issues. They are going through single momhood, becoming a single mom, things just not working out in their life that they thought that would happen, whatever it is that are happening. And I still see them showing up. I still see them showing up. No matter what life is throwing at them, they're showing up. They're doing their business. They're doing whatever they need to do because their why is strong enough, because they're flipping that script in their mind and they're saying, I'm at a hospital right now with my child and she just stopped breathing and we had to call the paramedics and go, this is literally one of the girls on my team. And she had to go, and she still made a post and talked about how her system helped her get through all that. Do you know how many times we'll tell ourselves why we can't do something instead of how we still can? Guys, that's why this company and this business and what we do is so amazing, because you can do it from anywhere. You can do it from anywhere. And you just gotta stop blaming other things. Well, my leader didn't show up, or my leader, this happened, right? I saw, a lot of people, I had someone actually message me that was like, I'm not where I'm at because my leader's not doing this, they're not there for them and all this stuff. And here's the thing, you could have the best leader in the world, but at the end of the day, like I said, you're in control of you. You're in control of your breakthrough, and you gotta do the work. You can have the best leader ever, and you still gotta show up. You still gotta talk to customers. You still gotta get that growth. You still gotta repair those holes. You still gotta build that confidence. You have to make the post. They can't make the post for you. They can't make you show up. They can't make you believe in themselves. Guys, there were girls that I would pour into every single day. I was in their inbox every single day pouring into them. But you know why they left? Because they didn't believe it in their heart. They gave it a week and fell off. Because they didn't believe it. It didn't matter how many times I threw stuff at them and let's work on this and let's set up a Zoom here and how can we do this and how can we do that? If you don't believe it, you will fall off. It doesn't matter how good of a leader, how bad of a leader, how great of side sisters, how wonderful of side sisters. If you don't start in here, if you don't start flipping the script in your mind and you realize that it is not about perfection, it is not about having the most perfect story, it is not about having the most, best bank account. It's about realizing that you are enough, that your story is enough, and what you have to bring to the table is enough. And so many times I would tell myself, I'm not enough. I can't maintain 4K. I can't do this. I would tell myself I fell off, or okay, now I re-ranked to 4K, yay, but I haven't hit 12K yet. Like all these things, right? How can I talk about this? I haven't achieved it yet. Or telling myself once I hit 12K, well, it took me, like, literally, guys, these are thoughts that will creep through your mind and you have to take control of them. Like, oh man, are people really going to take it seriously because it took me 17 months to get to 12K? Like, those were thoughts that would go through my mind. But I'm like, girl, like, snap out of it. You got it. And you pour into your self-development and you get into it. And I'm being really vulnerable with that. And because for my personal development and my own personal thing, I have to tell myself it's not about perfection and that I don't have it all together, that none of us have it all together, that we all have things that we struggle with. But I keep going because my why is bigger. My husband literally just said to me, we had our anniversary trip, and he said to me, and he goes, gosh, I wish we could do this every day. I wish I could be with you all the time. And it, like, my heart just went, and then I realized I could do that. I could bring him home with this. What if it takes another year, if it takes another 2 years, if it takes another 3 years? Oh, wow, that's okay. If I can seriously, if I put my grind down and I hustle, how incredible is that, right? If you put the grind down and you hustle for the next 13 days and you show up and you see a $4,000 bonus and a $12,000 bonus, or 40 or whatever you're going for, 80 or whatever it is, and you see that, like, in your account, and and you can look at your husband and say, honey, I got our bills paid this month. Honey, I can bring you home. Like, I want you guys to know how freaking worthy you are. I want you to know how freaking capable you are, and that whatever you're saying in your mind right now, and you're telling yourself in your mind, you need to tell it to go away. Because like I said, when November hit and all that stuff happened, the day I hit 12K, my grandma messaged me and said, because I said damn in a live, and she literally messaged me and said, damn is unbecoming of you, Brielle. You shouldn't say that word. Like the day I hit 12K. Like, hello. I could have let so many things that happened, when certain things happen, when you accomplish certain things, when people say certain things to you, you can either allow that to bring you down and affect you, or you can rise above it and keep going and hold on and stay true to yourself and say, I know who I am. I know my heart. I know I'm just doing the best I can. And I know that if I keep going, that I am so capable of anything. That's what you need to speak out to yourself. So no matter what script is telling you or saying to yourself, and no matter if it's true, you know what? If you have the worst leader in the world, oh well. If you feel like your leader isn't there for you, or your leader doesn't care about you, or your team's falling apart, or your side sister said something mean to you, or whatever it is, blinders on, and you keep going no matter what. It's not about other people. When you started this, it wasn't about all those other people. You didn't even know those people. It was about you and your family. Hold on to that, okay? Hold on to that. So, I don't know. I just wanted to pour that out to you guys and let you know, one, no one is perfect. We all have this script that we struggle with in ourselves, but the difference between all the people that you've seen, they're evolving and they're growing and they're hitting all these things, is they've learned to flip that script in their mind. They've learned that when challenges come, when thoughts come, when all those things, they know how to flip that and put their head down and keep going anyways. And not stand there and just complain and say, I can't find the remote. They keep finding ways to find that remote, and they don't stop until they find it. So don't stop, keep going, and you need to tell yourself every single day when you wake up that you've got this, that you are worthy, that you can do this, and you need to fill that cup, and you need to, at the end of this month, no matter what month comes by, the next month, whatever, it takes time. You know what? If at the end of this month you don't achieve your goal, hello. I think Lindsay said it on a Zoom. You know this company, hello, they're going to bring something again. And you better be ready for it. And the consistency that you did leading up to that will pay off. I didn't earn 12K in the beginning of the year when they did the other bonuses, but guess what? It paid off at the end of the year when they launched these ones. That consistency and that keep going and that keep going. Like, what am I even saying? Guys, listen, it's late. I need to get going. But I hope that this helped you guys, and I hope that it encouraged you guys, and I hope you know that it's okay to be real. It's okay to not be perfect, but it's not okay to give up on yourself. It's not okay to keep talking bad to yourself. It's not okay to keep doing that script in your mind that you can't do this and that you're not worthy. That's not okay. It's not okay for you to give up on to give up on the person that you've been wanting to become. So I'll leave it at that. And I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for hopping on. And gosh, I just pray that this helped you guys and that you just kill it this month. I am so, so excited for you guys, and I cannot wait for what's to come.
That was amazing. Oh, wow, I'm real big. Forgot I had it on speaker view. Sorry, y'all. That was amazing. I don't even have anything to add because you just like killed it, so it's fine. But I just am going to say thank you from everybody, and Brielle, you are amazing and we love you. So I hope that you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday night and a good week, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.